We were messing with the choke yesterday. Focus, come on. Anyways, I pulled the plug out just to check. Actually, it looks pretty damn good. Don't know if you're in focus or not. It's a little, you know, a little rich, but I just started it and ran it for a couple minutes cold, so. But yeah, this choke thing we were screwing with last night. Look at this thing. It's like loosey-goosey, and it's got coolant lines that run through it. But there's a coil in there, coil spring. And then in the end of that, it's got a loop that catches on a little deal that opens and closes the choke flap. Anyway, we screwed with it. I gave it a few pumps this morning, and it took a few tries, but it's fired right up. Just left the parts store again. Decided to give the old girl an oil change. Bought the best oil filter $7 can buy. He said this is made by like Baldwin or something, which is made by Wix, or same company. Does anybody know if that's true? Because I asked, they don't really carry Wix. They only had a couple. Then they had a deal going on for the Castrol GTX Extended Life, partially synthetic, but not all the way synthetic. Motor oil for the old 1.3. Anyway, this should work. I think it only holds 4 quarts. So I'll have a little extra I can just dump on the ground or throw it up in the air, do whatever I want with it. Lube something, some door hinges. We'll figure out something to do with that extra quart. Or you never know, I may just spill it on the ground. So it's good to have extra. Okay, now I'm at the old Home Depot. You gotta go to Home Depot when you're fixing cars. They got really, really cheap black paint here. And we'll see what else we can find. I'm gonna try to find some ABS plastic and a few other things. Plus I need something for the bathroom. I was looking for some of that black textured ABS plastic, but they don't have any here, so. I guess I could always take this and paint it black. All I'm gonna do is cut a circle out and fill in where that clock is with my USB charger thing / voltmeter. Anyway, I guess I'll get this. We'll see if I can make something work with that. And while I'm here shopping for the Subaru, I need a cartridge thingy for the $54 for this thing. Are you freaking kidding me? And I think that might be the one I need. That ain't happening. You know how much water you could let leak for how many months for $54? Damn near fill a swimming pool for $54. Well, maybe not anymore, but damn, I guess I'm gonna have to figure out exactly what I need. I thought I could take pictures of it, come down here and kind of wing it, but not for these prices. Okay, I got all this stuff in my arms, and this is what I'm looking at. And I'm gonna have to figure out a way to epoxy that piano hinge to that glove box door. But I'm not gonna buy anything. Just wanted to note this right now, that I have the opportunity to buy something right now, but I'm not going to, and then I'm gonna be mad at myself later when I need something, even though I should have stuff. So when I'm mad at myself, here's proof that I'm a moron. All right. I think so.
Customer needs assistance in
I guess not.
self-checkout.
Well, there's $100 on basically nothing. Don't you hate that? Go to the store these days. Let's see, it was $30 for the oil change stuff, and then another $65, and I feel like I got nothing. 2 tiny little bags. Oh man, can't afford to live anymore. Does anyone else feel like that? I may leave the country and come back in and just pretend that I haven't lived here for 43 years. See what kind of free stuff Joe's willing to give me. Anybody else thought about trying that one? I don't know. I did security for 20 plus years, so they might have my fingerprints on file. So I don't think that would work, but Okay. Testing out my new microphone for like $4 on the TikTok shop. I get everything on there. It's so cheap. It's all Chinese crap, but some of it's really impressive. Surely it's not going to work this far away, but I guess we'll know when the video comes out. Yay. I figured you guys would be a little curious about where we left off last night on when I sprayed this with that degreaser. So I'm just going to kind of reach in here, and I don't want to get my garage floor all dirty. I'm just going to hit it with this brush real quick and see what it looks like. Yeah, that didn't even touch it. That grease is really, really on there. Man. Well, I think it's coming from India, those seals, so by the time they get here, maybe I'll have all this grease worked out. Looks like it wants to come off. Now what I always do when I'm draining oil is I push in on the threads while I'm loosening it. And then never mind. I'll never listen to anything I say ever again. Okay, let's see. Doesn't look terrible. Not bad at all. Listen to that. Sounds like a middle of the night, 3:30 in the morning. Trying to stay sleepy so you're not awake when you go back to bed kind of piss. Let me show you how we open the hood. Every time I go to pull it from down here, and then I remember that, nope. And actually, I might as well take that off because we're going to be hopefully messing with that today. And I did put the nut on there yesterday, so it's not just a floppy little cable now. Right. Okay. And then our hood prop is this wooden roof thing. Yeah. So that's nice. Okay, where'd my light go? It is under here still. Gotta love the Harbor Freight light. I've gotten quite a bit of use out of this guy. Look how easy this filter is to get to. Have you ever seen an easier filter? Get the thread started, and then I usually wipe it. Yeah, there's something jacked up on the threads. A couple threads out. Get that tube drive. And you want to get this to about 500 foot-pounds. You know, for the next guy. Okay, let's see if we can do this by hand. Yeah, straight down. I don't know if you can see straight down into the pan. I think you can. Okay. I have to let it fall. How many threads do we got here? Oh, isn't it cute? Mile Guard oil filter. Nobody ever heard of that? Is it a piece of shit? Crap? Junk? Okay. I already poked that. Give me some of that oil. Alright, I need to clean out this funnel. I don't know what it was used for last, but probably not engine oil. Okay, we got a nice clean funnel, oil filter, we're ready to go. Here we go. See that drip of oil? That's just proof that I put some oil in here, because I know I'll hear about it if not. Okay, ready, go. And there it all comes spilling out. I don't think it's really worth it on these sideways filters. And now it's too slippery to even grab to tighten, so get some paper towels. Yeah, I think if it was that important to fill the filters, they would all be mounted upside down. Okay. That's tight. Oh, the logo's not even facing up. Oh well, it's not a Wix. We don't care. All right. Is that even reaching the axle? I was actually not even aiming for this. I was trying to get it on the axle. Okay, good enough. Ah, I got some on my jig. Damn it. Anything on the other side? No, that's pretty good. Not bad. You guys always like to take a peek at the inside of your cap? I know I do. Okay, so I believe it said this thing holds 4 quarts. Amazingly. Seems like a lot for this tiny little guy. I'll put a good amount in, and then I think I'm gonna put some of my it's called Pro Lube. I'll show you in just a minute. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Pro Lube. Made a whole video about that stuff. It didn't really turn out the way you're supposed to be able to add 1 ounce per quart of engine oil and then let it idle with, a glass of water on top, and you're supposed to be a noticeable difference in how smooth it idles. Well, I did that test and it didn't seem to make a difference. But I still have a lot of faith in that stuff, so I don't know. Feels like we got, oh, you can actually see it right there. I don't know. I'm gonna let that settle. We'll pull the dipstick, see where we're at, and then I'll add my 4 ounces of Pro Lube. Okay, I'm gonna check the oil. I know it's out of frame for you guys, but just have to trust me. Okay, it's in. And it's about right there. She's a little low. So we'll add some. I can just reach across here. course, I only waited about a minute, so that's probably good. I'll go ahead and add my 4 ounces of Pro Lube. Oh, I'll show you guys what that looks like. And here's my 4-ounce cup. Yeah, that was kind of a funny video, actually. That's pretty good. Say 3.5 ounces. If it's as good as they say it is, then you shouldn't need the whole 4, right? Am I right? Okay. Give it a sec and then we'll... Alright, let's check her again. Can you guys see it? Perfect. At least I'm going to call it perfect. So, oil change is done. Only, where'd the cap go? Oh, it's in the broken windshield washer fluid tank, which I did order. I was actually lucky enough to find somebody was selling the window washer fluid tank and the radiator pressure deal. Let me show you. I already threw the one away, but that's the tank. Wayne threw one of his cigarette butts in there. But yeah, and then over here, it slides into these right there. There'll be a overflow for the radiator. You can see the deal right here. So one of these and a window washer tank. I believe it comes with the pump, and I want to say it was like 30 bucks for both, something like that. But pretty cool. Everything's been pretty cheap so far. Can we just take a second to appreciate the rainfall in Arizona? Look at this. We don't get it a whole lot here, so when it does happen, it's pretty nice. The whole desert kind of turns green. Alright, what should we do next on this thing? I was thinking we could try... I bought a piano hinge for this thing. Let's see, where is it? And I also bought... Well, you saw that. I bought this piece of plexi. So we could do either one of those two things. Lots of spray paint, and here's my hinge lube. They market this stuff as specific things, but it's probably just a good all-around lube. Okay, so here it is, and unfortunately it's probably going to be a little bit too long. Maybe. Yeah, just like, damn it, like a 1/4 inch too long. Okay, we'll check. Guys, check this out. Look at the length. It is like exactly the same length. So it's either perfect or it's a little bit too long. I'm going to see if I can make it work just like this, but I'll have to get it in the vehicle to check it. Alright guys, check this out. Set that light up. Back that up. Let me turn my headlamp on. Okay. Look at how perfect the size of this is. From there to there. So I think I can take those 3 screws out. This part will be no problem. And then I just need to figure out how to epoxy this. Remember when I was at the store and I said I'm going to regret not buying some of this? Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I'll have to dig through my stash, see what I got, and see what'll work. But how perfect. I can't believe that. That's 1 in a row. Okay, so I put 2 screws in here. I'll try to stay out of your way. I put 2 screws in this hinge at the bottom. I mean at the sides here. It's in there pretty good. So I just gotta figure out, you know, it would be, I may just take some hot glue and like put it on there temporarily just to, because I want it to be right like that. So I might shoot some hot glue in there and then close it real quick. let it harden, and then wherever that ends up at, say it's like that, then come back with some epoxy. So I think I'm going to do that. I'll get the hot glue going. I'll just maybe do a couple dabs and then let it dry like that. See if it lines up when I close it. And we'll go from there. Alright, let's see here. I have this glue gun. This is actually glue for PDR stuff. This little mini guy. That's clear. I think that's clear. These are the mini sticks. And then I can't remember. I think I have one. Oh. Using my phone to look up here. Okay. That's the same. I have this guy, and it's this adapter so I can use DeWalt batteries. But it's basically the same glue, so that doesn't help. Okay, I guess I'll just have to use the PDR glue. And I'll go ahead and get this warmed up. Should just need a couple dabs, so give that a few minutes and we'll tack her in there. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm gonna try. Let's see. What if I just shoot it right through the middle of the holes here? And hope it doesn't fill up the actual hinge part and bind it up. Okay, if I can just hold that. Boy, I'm gonna have a mess if that doesn't work. Okay, how long does this stuff take to set up? Sorry about the wait. This is probably kind of boring, huh? So it's on its stops here. I just gotta support the back. But if that does hold, then I guess I could come back with some epoxy, and there's plenty of gaps to fill, like plenty of gaps, like in there, the whole way, really. And I'm realizing right now that this is kind of curved, so there's a big gap on this side, a big gap on this side, and in the middle, there's really no gap, which that actually might be to my benefit. I could put a lot over on both sides. Yeah, I feel like I haven't gotten anything done today, but I got the black paint in my room heating up. I at least want to get that and that done. Oh, another cool find from Harbor Freight, liquid electrical tape. I do a lot of electrical stuff, so for me it's a no-brainer, but stuff comes in so handy. 1 minute, okay, that's what we're doing. 1 minute, you had me at 1 minute. If there's any left in there, oh come on, please. Let me get a paper plate. I hope this stuff still has stuff left in it. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Oh no. Well, there's some liquid. It's probably a lot colder than it should should be to do this. Excuse me. Come on. I don't get why it's so hard to push. It's liquid. I don't even know how old this is. Probably a couple years. And it's kind of cold out. It's got to be 40 or 50 though. I really hope this sets up, because if not, it's going to make a freaking mess. I don't know if you've ever worked with epoxy that doesn't set, but it is so sticky and nasty. It should kind of produce its own heat if it works right. And I kind of tape that off because I like to keep it somewhat clean on the inside so it looks nice. I hope this is flow. Okay, we'll see. We're gonna know in about 2 seconds. Alright. So, I guess you guys can see that, right? Okay. Hope you can see I'm just trying to shove it down in between the hinge and the plastic. And hopefully I can do it before it all sets up. Who am I kidding? It won't even set up. You watch. Yeah. I guess if this doesn't work, I'm only out my time because I can always buy a door, you know. I don't even think they're that much. And obviously, I can paint it this color because that's how we got it this color. So. Well guys, I put it in there. I just wired it up real quick. I had my meter. The wires were already plugged into the back of the clock, so I just, all that's going to come right back out so I can paint the dash. But anyway, that's what she looks like. I guess that's to protect it from the rain, which is kind of cool since this is open somewhat. And I really wanted to have this on there for you, but the epoxy was taking so long that I had to put some clamps on it because I want it to hold together good. Anyways, hopefully tomorrow that'll be in there. And man, I thought I would get so much more done today, but got a late start trying to get that other video out, and it just took forever to do every little stupid thing today. So I'll try to get this video out, and then hopefully tomorrow I can get a lot more done. But I appreciate you guys watching, and hope you have a great night. Thank you. Okay guys, just wanted to kind of show you how this turned out. Sorry for the shadow there. The epoxy is pretty much dry. I had it clamped for, oh, I don't know, an hour and a half. It closes, it opens.